All right, welcome back, guys. So who is this video useful for? Firstly, let's get that out of the way. Now, if you're new to streaming or you're wanting to stream to make money or just to show off your skills on whatever game you choose to play, then this is absolutely a video to get you started. So if you've never streamed before, you don't even know where to start, by the end of this video, which is going to be short anyway, you will be able to hit that go live button and start building an audience, building a community, possibly making money from it. The original targeted audience for this video was people who are interested in World of Warcraft, specifically the Hardcore Challenge. What the Hardcore Challenge is basically leveling a character on World of Warcraft without dying. If you've seen this video here, which was posted a few days ago, I was talking all about the Hardcore Challenge, what it is, what it means, and part of it is the ability to be able to stream or record your run from 1 to 60. So if you're here for that, you're going to be able to know specifically how to get set up so you can start streaming, so you can start the Hardcore Challenge. If you're here for any other reason, so just how to start streaming, you will learn everything from start to finish in a very short, quick, easy, digestible format, so you can just start streaming on Twitch, on YouTube, on Facebook, on anywhere that you want to go. So it'll talk you through how to set up your camera, how to set up your microphone. We'll go briefly just over filters, specifically around sound, because that's the important one. But I myself am really enjoying the Hardcore Challenge. I stream anyway over on twitch.tv/Scottejaye87, so you can find me over there. But without too much fluff, let's keep that all out of it and let's jump into how you can start streaming. So first things first, you're going to have to decide where you want to stream. So if you're going to stream on Twitch, then head over to twitch.tv and create yourself an account. I'm not going to talk you through how to create an account because you just register, set it up, put all your details in. It's that simple. Or you do the same over on YouTube. Now, the only slight difference between setting your stream up on Twitch or setting your stream up on YouTube is when you first want to go live on YouTube, this button up here where you click create and then you click go live. So let's say you've got a 0 subscriber channel, you've just created it, you want to start streaming the Hardcore Challenge, you will need to click this go live button first. You won't be greeted by the screen which we're about to be greeted by here, because it will tell you that there's a 24-hour process basically where it will authenticate your account. So 24 hours after you click that go live button, you'll then be able to stream. So if you plan on streaming on YouTube, create your account right now, press the go live button, don't worry about anything else because it won't allow you to go live yet anyway. But you might as well get it out of the way because it's 24 hours that you're going to have to wait. So make sure you do that. If not, we'll say you're on Twitch. So in my opinion, there's really two major streaming platforms that you're going to need. So you're going to need to download one of these versions of software. There's Streamlab OBS, which is what I personally use. And then there's just OBS, which OBS is more lightweight, I would say, as in there's a lot less fluff in it. So I use Streamlabs OBS because it's got certain things that I actually like and what I want to use in streams. For example, it's got plugins. So Pretzel, for example, which is copyright-free music. You know, you might want to use that. It's got other plugins like for audience interaction, if you like. You can probably get these on OBS. I'm sure you can. And we're going to actually work with OBS because I think for just getting started, setting up with OBS first, and then if you have a look at Streamlabs and you're like, oh, actually, I want to use Streamlabs, absolutely move over to that. But the reason we'll start with OBS because we're going to assume that it's your first time streaming, so we're just going to talk through how you actually capture your gameplay, how you add audio, and how you add video with a fresh version of OBS, which I've literally just installed. Okay, so now you've got it installed. This is what's going to happen. So install it wherever you want it and then open it. So it'll ask you what you're using it for, basically. So optimize for streaming, optimize for recording, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to optimize it for streaming anyway, and we're going to assume you want to set it up for a stream. So base canvas, you're going to want at 1920 by 1080, FPS either 60 or 30, but prefer 60 where possible. You can just leave this as this and then hit next. Now you're going to need to connect an account. So you can either connect Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, whichever you're going to use. We're going to assume you're going to use Twitch. So I'm going to go ahead and connect my Twitch account now, because once you click that, you'll get the pop-up basically just asking you to log into your Twitch account. So I'm going to do that on a second screen, obviously. After that, you'll get a pop-up. Basically, you just need to click authorize here. This is so that you're saying you trust OBS Studio with your account, which obviously we do. And then hit authorize. And now we're connected to our Twitch account. Now, at this point, just leave prefer hardware encoding and estimate bitrate with bandwidth test. So this will take a few minutes. So it's going to basically do a test to optimize the settings for you and your internet connection. So it's done the tests and it's come back that the service will be Twitch. It's going to use an automatic server. Video bitrate will be at 6,000. Hardware it's going to use for the actual for the encoder. recording quality will be high quality and medium size. All of this is basically just auto configured your settings for you. So we'll apply settings. We can now make this a little bit bigger. You can embed your chat box if you want, but just wherever you want the chat. This basically here is going to be what you call your stream title and everything when you're ready to go live, and then obviously place your chat box wherever you want it. But as I say, you can actually embed this somewhere inside the window if you'd like, which I would recommend. We can close that down for now, so then we can maximize this and you can just move the chat however you want it, however you want this to look. So if we now just have a real quick look at settings, you can see the output settings which you've got, and then if you go to stream, you can see that it's connected to Twitch. So when we press go live, it will stream to your Twitch account. Now the first thing we're going to want to do is actually capture the gameplay. Scenes are different setups of sources. So we're just going to go ahead and just rename this scene live gameplay. Now when we're in sources, so you've not got any sources, so click the plus icon. So we're going to click the plus icon. First of all, what we're going to capture is a game capture. So if we pick game capture and we create new, what this will now look for is any full screen application. So what I'll go ahead here and do is if I was to open World of Warcraft, because that's what we're actually interested in, you can already see straight away it's capturing my World of Warcraft window. Technically, that is where you could leave this. Technically, this is now actually good enough to stream, especially if it was just all you wanted to do was capture your gameplay. So now if you was to go up to view and then go to docs, for example, and then we wanted stream information, you can now rename your stream to whatever you want it to be and press done. When we press start stream, you will literally be streaming this to your Twitch channel. But what I'm going to do next is I'm going to just add a camera. So let's say you wanted to actually add a camera. So what we'll do here is we'll go to add, and then we're going to add a video capture device. We'll create a new and we'll call it main camera. Press OK. Now we'll get to select what camera we actually want. So we're going to use the Camlink 4K, and then that's it. And then it will show now a full screen camera, which obviously isn't ideal. So what we're going to want to do next is actually shrink the camera down, obviously. So to do that, all we're going to want to do is quite literally click on the window. Sorry, I'm capturing twice here, so I'm watching on two screens. It's quite awkward. We'll literally just shrink the camera down so however we want it. Now what you can also do once you've shrunk it down is if you hold the Alt key, you can then drag this in to crop it. So let's say you just wanted to see that. We didn't want to see all the blue and black insulation in the back. Yeah, we can hold the Alt key just to get it what sort of general size we want. Now, I've not got the game open, so what I'll quickly do is just boot the game open. It will instantly start capturing the game, obviously. We know we've got a game capture there. So boom, a couple of seconds, and that's it. Now, we know it's capturing the game. It's capturing me on camera, so we've got a camera set up. Now, microphone. So if we look down the bottom here, and we go to this cogwheel next to the mic, obviously we can go to properties, so you can change it to whatever your microphone is. Mine's the Elgato Wave, but you'll just select your microphone. One other thing I would recommend doing is actually adding a filter. So click on the cog icon and then go to filters and just add a noise gate. Now, you can just leave it set as default. Having a noise gate on in any default state is going to be better than not having it on at all. What it does is basically try to eliminate a little bit of background noise. So it sort of needs a requirement amount of like decibel to be able to actually activate your microphone. So it's not push to talk, but if you was breathing heavy into the mic, it shouldn't really pick it up. You know, if you was clattering around a little bit, it shouldn't pick it up. You can change the attack time if this is what you want to do. You know, the open and close thresholds of the decibels. Feel free to play about with it, but even just putting it on at default, obviously I want this to be super basic just so you can just get started straight away. Just put it on your microphone. Now at the same time, obviously you could put the you can mute the microphone, so if I didn't want you to hear me, it'll be a bit weird because then this will happen. Right, okay, right, so we've got sound back. Yeah, but you get what I mean. And now, basically, the only other thing is the rest of your audio. So if you want some music on in the background or something like that, if you haven't got an Elgato Wave or a Wave XLR like what I use, I genuinely would heavily recommend getting one. What a Wave XLR or an Elgato Wave microphone does is it gives you audio channels to be able to control what the stream can hear and what you can hear. This video would be really long if I started to get into voice meter, which look into that software if that's what you want to do. So let's say that you wanted to watch Netflix, but you don't want the stream to obviously be able to hear it due to copyright, etc. You can listen and watch Netflix on a separate monitor while streaming. The stream won't be able to hear that. At the moment, the way we've got it set up when we look down at the bottom, it's going to be your main desktop audio. So whatever you're listening to, you then can control with the slider how loud or quiet the stream hears it, but ultimately they will still hear what you're listening to. Now, if I just pull this software up, which is actually the Elgato Wave software, then these are all separate channels. So basically, the little headphone icon is what I can hear. The little sort of monitor stream output mix, whatever you want to call it, is what they can hear. So you could have Netflix on one of these, Discord chat on one of them. You could quite literally sit there on Discord all day chatting to your mates. You'll be able to hear them. They'll be able to hear you, but the stream won't be able to hear anything, if that's what you want, because you can talk through the microphone in a different application and have it so it's muted to the stream, for example. Or if you wanted to watch Netflix, they can't hear that, but you might want to put Spotify on for them. So that's the Elgato Wave. I'll put a link to an affiliate link in the description. If you wanted to pick one up, I'd heavily recommend it. If you was looking for a good camera as well, if this genuinely is you're just trying to get started streaming and the hardcore challenge on World of Warcraft maybe has gave you that passion, for a good camera, absolute solid camera, the new Elgato face cam is absolutely epic. And I've been meaning to do a video on this. I will be doing one about this shortly, but trust me, as far as webcams go, it's amazing. I'll put a link to this in the description as well. You could quite literally just get an Elgato Wave microphone, an Elgato face cam, and your stream will look and sound professional. But let's say you don't want to invest in that. This is just about how you can get started with basics. Maybe you're just using a headset. That's also absolutely fine, but you might need to go and look at Voice Meter and work out how all that software works. Me personally, Wave is the way forward. Now, quite honestly, I don't want to drag it out any further than that. You know, this, you can quite literally have your microphone working, you can have your camera with your picture on the screen, and you can stream World of Warcraft or stream whatever game you want to play. Now remember, this is just basic. This you can now stream. You've got no alert box or anything like that on to, you know, sort of tell you, oh, you know, XYZ has followed you or subscribed to you, and, you know, how to get it all looking nice and flashy and things like that. Now, if that's what you want to see, if you want a real in-depth video on my Streamlabs setup and starting a really good looking stream from scratch, you know, everything including animations, you know, scene transitions, everything. Literally, I would do a very, very in-depth video, which I'm not going to lie, it'd probably be about an hour, hour and a half long. It would be that long. If you want one, let me know in the comments and I will absolutely make it happen. This was really for my hardcore boys that want to get involved in World of Warcraft, play in the hardcore challenge. This is how to just put a camera, a microphone, play some music on in the background so that the stream can hear it, and ultimately they can see your gameplay. If you just want them seeing your gameplay, don't put your camera on, mute your microphone. Simple as that. All you had to do was add a game capture, press start streaming, you're done. There's your evidence for the hardcore challenge. But again, obviously, if you want more detail and a really good rundown of Streamlabs OBS and how I use it, then I'm absolutely happy to do that. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and please, if you are a World of Warcraft player, get involved in the hardcore challenge. This will take you 5 minutes to set up, and you'll be able to get involved. And who knows, you might make some money from it. People might enjoy watching you. You might be a funny guy. All of a sudden, people have started subscribing. You're an affiliate. You're making money from the game that you enjoy playing. So don't let it put you off. I think you would be great. But anyway, until next time, peace out.